Remember Charlie Brown say, you know why that little red hair girl doesn't notice me? It's because I'm nothing. When she looks over here, there's nothing to see. I had shed tears when I heard that, and I used to repost it all the time, but not because I related to it at that moment. I had always related to it my whole life, even when I was a little kid. Subconsciously, I knew that you had to be somebody in this world. And I wanted to be famous, you know what I'm saying? But even if you don't want to be at the upper echelons of fame and status, you got to be somebody in your town, your city, you know what I'm saying? Amongst your friends, amongst your family members. So I used to always believe in that. That's why there was a certain length of time I ain't even date no women. I ain't even try to go at a woman. Because I was like, I ain't famous yet, you know what I'm saying? I ain't known yet. And every time I would get a girl and they would ask me, what you want to do in life? I feel corny if I told them I want to rap or I want to do, streaming, because they'll look at you like, okay, like that ain't really nothing until you make it. So I always believe I make it first and then go try to get a woman. But the problem is nowadays, man, you can make it and get famous and it's hard to find a woman. It's hard to find a wife. And maybe it always been like that. But that shit is like crucial, man. Like trying to find a wife after you done became famous and you done worked so hard to get to a certain point in life. And it's like, bro, what's the point, And that's why you got rappers who they get famous and they have like 7 baby mamas, 8 baby mamas. Because it's like, you can't find a good woman, you know what I mean? You can only settle for a woman that done been around Tom, Dick, and Harry, you know what I mean? So I always believe that. And that's true. Even when you look in literature or you look in film, Goodfellas, Scarface, any show that you used to watch, Great Gatsby, any movie, it was always about a man moving up in the world and then getting a woman or trying to get a woman and he had to get this and get that. Feel what I'm saying? And it's true that you can get a woman without having none of that. There's men out here who be dicking hoes down without no money, no fame, no nothing like that. But I wasn't them type of niggas. I ain't never really respect no nigga like that. Feel what I'm saying? I always admired them and thought they was cool because they could do it without money and fame, but I never respected them. I always respected the motherfucker who was able to climb up the ladder to success or whatever the case may be, whether it's selling drugs, acting in movies, rapping, singing, because that's extremely hard to do. And then he had a beautiful wife, or he had several beautiful wives. You know what I'm saying? That was the shit I always used to look up to and want to do. And I believe that shit is true, man. That shit is, like, for real. So I'm saying that's why I'm so gung-ho on this status shit. That's why I'm so gung-ho on getting this money, this paper. And you know what I'm saying? Look maxing is cool too. That's why I'm, agreeing with that shit. And people they think clavicular is crazy, which he is in some metrics. But to me, he's actually a genius and he's ahead of a lot of people. You know what I mean? You got to be really ahead of people to like say looks matter. You know what I'm saying? I know that it matters. And you start doing the extreme to fix yourself at a young age. That takes somebody that's smarter than most people. You know what I'm saying? Now, he did it very extreme, but I mean, look at his ascension. He looks way better now. Feel what I'm saying? So that's how I am. I want to look better, but I also believe in status. I also believe in fame. Feel what I'm saying? I always believe in putting yourself out there and building yourself up. You know what I mean? So shout out that shit, man. I believe in all that shit, bro. I just thought I had to tell y'all that. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? A lot of kid shows had little sad little things in it, like Tom and Jerry and Charlie Brown. You know what I'm saying? So that's over with. But speaking of child things, y'all gotta watch these kids' tablets and shit, man. I be always wondering why, nephews and nieces they like booty shaking and all that type of shit. If you watch their YouTube, it's content creators on YouTube that make like Among Us videos and teacher-student videos. It'd be like cartoon and gameplay, but they always spanking a student or spanking a nigga. And to kids, that's funny, like, oh, booty and farting and stuff is funny, but I'm sitting here as a grown man watching that shit. I'm like, yo, this shit kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's grown people making stuff like this for kids. This shit got 1 million views, 1 million subscribers and stuff. So be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's grooming them to be on that weird, spanking booty shit, Because your nephew and niece go to school spanking a girl booty or the boy booty and all that type of stuff because they don't watch it on YouTube. So be careful and mindful. Start watching out for that shit. Feel me?